Hi guys, it's me Karen and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a page in the Linda Ravenscroft Fairy and Fantasy Art coloring book. This is, I believe, the first one since there isn't a number on it. I'm going to try to do this page here. I keep flipping around in this book and I keep seeing this page and it just keeps screaming at me. Do me, do me. So I'm going to do it in Inktense. We have two mermaids, a bunch of little seahorses, so I am doing this underwater. I'm going to do a kind of a blue background, and then we'll figure out the people, what they're going to, the mermaids, what kind of outfits they should have. Maybe I'll do them first. Maybe I'll do the seahorses. These are like underwater, I don't know, rocks, statuary. We get bubbles going all over the place, so I will come up with something. So I'm going to get out all the supplies. I've got the Inktense sitting right here, and I will get out a water brush. Okay, found some things, but I didn't find everything. I got my water brushes. One's a Pentel, one is, I believe, a Tim Holtz. They're both fine tip in case I need to use those. I have a rag here, and then I finally find it. This is my Karen dashboard that's got some colors on it. I assume that these are colors from the last project I did, which means I should wipe it off. So I'm just gonna spritz it down with some water here, if I can get my water to actually come out of here. And use my rag. And wash some of that off. There we go. Okay. Let it dry a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and work on her. We'll see what we can do. I will get you down for that. She's not terribly huge. She's actually quite small. And I think I'm going to do her, let's see, the water's going to be blue and kind of blue-green. Maybe I'll do her in a blue indigo. I don't know about peacock blue. I want kind of a bluish green. I don't have my Inktense swatched out. I noticed when I was looking through everything, my books, going, why don't I have these swatched? Which is something I should probably do. How about a fern green? Let's see, a blue-green. I've got green aquamarine. That might be a blue-green. And then we'll pull out kind of a reddish color. And I hit the camera. I have to move some pencils here. There we go. Yeah, I'm really prepared, aren't I? Okay, we'll start with these colors. I'm going to put a piece of paper up here. This one is the reddish color that we'll put in. Not terribly reddish, but when you mix it, you will find red. Fern, which is a nice greenish color. This is the green aquamarine. Love that. And this is the indigo. So somewhere in that mess, we're going to color her. Okay, we're going to start with a dark color, and that's the deep indigo. And I'm going to kind of put it in shadowy areas here. something like that. Okay, make sure our pen has got a little water in here, and we're just going to activate that. Keeping that dark in the dark areas. Pulling some of that color out. Too terribly much. Just making sure we're pushing it into the darker areas. Did I do someplace else? I know I did. Okay, we're going to take a little more of that. You just stick it in here. Okay, then we'll take a little of that and put it up in her top. I'm just going to take it off the pencil this time. I forgot I put a little in there, so we're going to add it in. And I don't know if her wings should be the same color. We're going to add in a couple of different colors in here, so let's see. We're going to add in now the green aquamarine. Just taking it off the pencil. So how's everybody doing today? We're still having our rain. The other day we lost power. Today it's just doing the raining bit, so the wind has gone down, which is nice. Okay, we can do her tail. It's a cool color. Okay, we're gonna do little bands here. And what do you suppose those things are in her hair? Like little bubbles? We'll put them on there too. Yep, that looks okay. Gonna put a little bit of the red color that I like. It is Shiraz. We're gonna put a little of that in the tips up here of her wings. A little bit on the little flower stuff that's down here. Tiny bit down on the points here. Okay. Bring in some of that aquamarine color. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So she's blue. What color should we do the other one? Okay, we're going to bring in 2 tones of green and the red tone. So we're going to kind of do her multicolored here. So I have iron green and iron blue, just to give a different color. Boy, these are not very sharp. That's okay. This is the iron green. Then we'll throw a little bit of the iron blue in there. And then we'll see how that turns out. It mixes pretty well. It's a nice pretty color, so I like that. Just get it all activated. Something amusing is going on downstairs. Okay, we're going to throw a bit of the red in that. I'm going to pick it up with the tip. I think my kitty is talking to my daughter. She's having fun. Put a little of this in here too. She had flowers in her hair. Oh, they're little bubbles, so we're going to put the bubbles in there. Oh, this is the other side of her tail here. We better do that. And we'll add the green back in there. Oh, yeah, the green. Iron green. Whoop, a little too much water on that. Okay, do her wings. kind of use what's on the paintbrush to fill in some of these little bubbles. So we have a few in there. Okay. Seahorses. We're going to go ahead and use the red that I'm using and put it on all of these seahorses. And there's one up here. I'm just putting it in the darkest areas. Okay, there'll be a little green on my brush, it's fine. Okay, these little guys. And just let those guys dry. Maybe we'll make a few little red bubbles. Got some more bubbles up here. Okay, we've got to let all this dry, so we'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm going to put in a little bit of Lagoon, just because it sounds, you know, watery. I'm not even sure what color it is. It's probably a purpley color. I'm going to put it in this little girl over here. Since we have red in the other one, we'll put a little of this in this one. Pulling that color down. We'll put some of that up in the wings too. And a few little bubbles. Where do we have more bubbles? Well, we got this big bubble here. Lighten that up a little. Bubbles in here. Bubbles down here. Oh, there's bubbles all over, so I just want to make sure that we get them all with all the colors that we have. Okay, we'll throw a little of this color on the seahorse too. Well, maybe not my best choice. I'm gonna throw some of it down here. All right. Okay, we're going to get some gray and do some stuff down in here. So we're going to get Payne's gray. And we're just going to add in some of this in here. It's going to go down. This is where it's going to be the darkest. And I'll probably not remember where I put any of that. Okay, we're going to take some of that off the tip. Just go around where it's darkest. And darken those areas up. don't know if you can see at the bottom of the page. Okay, we'll do the same thing up here. This one's just a little lighter, so we want to keep it lighter. And then down to the bottom. All right. Maybe I'll put a little of that red down here in these flowery things. Again, I don't know if you can see this, so I'm going to pull the camera back down a little bit. Sorry for the wiggling. That's kind of close. I don't have a clue what that is. Then I'm just going to go over lightly. Put a little pink on that. but keeping it highlighted. I'll do that to the ones up on top too, and these little guys over here. I think that's all of them down on the bottom. I'm going to bring in some like mossy green down into this area here, so kind of an olivey color. I'll grab these two. It's a light olive and oak. So I'll just kind of blub, 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 blub. It's round and fluffy. So we'll stick it in here. And a little of the oak. Get some of that on those rocks. And see what we get out of that. That's a cool color. I'm going to throw a little of those two colors on this pad here. It's not it. It was oak. Okay, where'd they go? This one's oak. And this one is the light olive. Okay, and I'm just going to pick up some of these, kind of mix them together, and add it in here and there. We're underwater, we would be a little algae-like. So I'm just continually mixing those two up and putting it where I think it would look nice. Okay. Maybe even a little down here on the flowers. All right. I think we'll throw some blues on here. A little wet down there. We liked the Lagoon. Was a pretty color. We'll bring in the iron blue. Nice deep color. There was the deep indigo. Green aquamarine. We have the other colors. So we're going to get some water coming out of this brush. We're going to dilute these down, kind of mix them up. And we're going to do the background. So we're going to start down here at the bottom because it's darker. If I goof up a little bit, it's okay. Get around that. Squeeze the brush a little and it'll activate the water coming out. That'll help blur those together. Okay. Get it a little deeper down here just by adding some of that darker color. And we'll do the same on this side. Okay, she has an arm here to be a little careful about. Okay, I'm going to turn the book a little this way. put some of that green on over here. Just got to remember when you're using the Inktense, you got to get that to move real quick so you can get a blend. Get it really wet, put a light coat on. A lot of water coming into the brush and you can get that to move pretty easily. She's got a body there somewhere. Be careful about that too. Okay, on this side over here. We're going to go up here in this corner up the top and darken that up. You can go to the next gray area, which is nice. If you're doing this with watercolor, you wouldn't have to worry about it too much. But Inktense tends to dry quick. Okay, a little darker over on this side. Maybe a tiny bit of that green down in here. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to throw some of that red up there and those flowers up there. Then I have to get the skin tone done. And do some pencil work, so that'll be in part 2. So far, that's what we have. Get it up for you so you can see. It does have to dry and it will, so sorry, shouldn't have done that. It'll dry a little lighter than what I put down. So we may have to do pencil work with that or just go back in and darken up some areas. But it has to dry before I can do that. But so far that's what we have. So I'll see you guys in part 2. I hope you're enjoying. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye now.